Oh, there's a little noise. Oh, that's adorable. Alright, I'm loading up the game now. Alright, oh, Metaverse, oh dear. Alright, gaming. For a game to capture. Ugh. Oh dear, this is where it starts getting a little bit laggy. All the characters in this game are over the age of 18. Alright. Alright, let's see. Alrighty. This game is not suitable for children who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at all times. I'm going to do a no for right now. Just note that I'm gonna give age rating in your region, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I will give some content warnings right off the bat. This game contains heavy themes of suicide, self-harm, and depicts these in graphic detail. It's unstable. Poor network connection. What do you mean? Alrighty. It's just a bad connection. It's something I can survive, especially this game. Oh, enter my name. Ooh. Here, actually. Ah, dang, can I not? Okay. Hoovian. Cause that are me. Hey! I get to do voices. I love doing voices. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Why is the only thing that pops up in the mind is get bigger hands? Just something like that. That's mean, Hovian. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. I'm not good at a feminine voice yet. Maybe one day, hopefully. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Hovian, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. Oh shoot, that was me, not Sayori. Ugh. I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What is... NEET is like... No employment... Hold on a second. What does NEET stand for? Not in education, employment, or training. That's what it is. Alright. Also, I think... Alright, hold on. I think that's gonna help us out a little bit better. Oh, alright. Okay. Yeah, I think you see this now? Okay, good. I was just saying it might be better that my cursor not be on screen, because it's a little distracting. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Also, another thing I forgot to mention. This series delves deep into mental health issues as well. So again, uncomfortable with that, please leave now. Because, again, I'd rather you be comfortable than uncomfortable watching me. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. This soundtrack is incredible, I just gotta say that. Absolutely freaking incredible. School day is as ordinary as ever, but it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up... You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... No, what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori... Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Mimi... Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she did it. I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. Oh, just knocked on my table, sorry. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please? Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Oh dear. Oh, that was. Whew. Sorry about that. I swallowed in some saliva. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori is full of energy. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Oh, Yuri's voice. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh. Yuri's voice. I gotta get that down. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Huvian. What a nice surprise. All of these characters, all three of these characters are some of my favorite written characters in video game history, because like they're all just like incredible. They're all amazing. Especially Sayori. Sayori is my favorite of the four. Sayori's writing is on another level. I freaking love all these characters so much. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. And cause apparently all of them are over 18. All of them are like 18 or older. I can actually say they're all fucking incredibly cute. Like, all of them give me like some form of gay panic in some shape or form. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear. Oh, shoot. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. That's probably a better way to say that. Then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest girl in the club. Don't say things like that. I like enemy. Wow, I like enemy. Nice. I'm a little confused of what you meant by I like enemy. Was that a typo? Autocorrect. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? Oh shoot, what voice did I give Monica? I forgot already. That's right. It's great to see you. It's great to see you again, Huvian. Monica smiles sweetly. The typical anime girl pose. Just like the one, like just bend over, look up at the protagonist while they blush. Love that pose. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit down, Huvian. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. A little bit of clever foreshadowing there. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate are used to make the ear. I want to make these cupcakes now. I want to make these cupcakes, because those sound ridiculously cute. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Isn't that how we all eat cupcakes? Like, you want to get, when you eat a cupcake, you want to get the perfect, like, frosting to cake ratio. Like, that's how it works. Like, you like turn around in your hands and just, gotta try to get the best cake to frosting ratio. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you know, you, dummy. Baka? Bakayaru? Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I usually like to read, like, I prefer to read without a snack or a drink. It just helps me focus better. Like, it's not that I dislike doing that, but that's just something I prefer doing. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Oh, I mean that, you know, Yuri's so cute. I love Yuri so much. If I were to date any of the Dokis, I would probably date Yuri. Oh shoot, that's me, not Yuri. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home. As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, all that arguing just got to me, you know, like, it made me not like it. Oh, that was a horrible joke. Oh, well. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for advance. Wow, I was spot on. I was apparently spot on. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Yeah, greatest leader. Greatest leader ever. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Huvian, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Oh, manga? Something like that. I don't know. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up, like a chihuahua. Not a chihuahua, like a meerkat on the prowl, on the lookout. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. It's hard to get out of a voice when you just start one. Like, that's probably why. I think probably why I'd be a good voice actor, because I can stay in a voice very well, and it's very difficult to get me out of a voice. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's so obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Yeah, that's a neurodivergent trait if ever I saw one. I'd assume that Yuri's got Yuri, I don't know. I don't know. Finding solace. I think social anxiety best suits. Just social anxiety best suits. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Huh, yeah, that is a little crazy, don't you think? Don't you think, Doki Doki Literature Club? Don't you think, Daniel Salvato? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a horror book once. Me too. It was called Misery. It was pretty good. Pretty good. Did not like the legs being cut off, but yeah, it's a decent read. I'd recommend it. Yuri, if you haven't read Misery yet, then I think you should, because that is it's I think it'd be right up your alley, you know. Crazy psycho person being crazy psycho person trying to keep someone all to herself, you know? Well, I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. That's true. That is very true. A lot of great horror movies can like make you like rethink everything, and then rethink everything for at least a small moment, and then like you look back around and everything's back to normal, but that's still like that new way of thinking still lingers at the back of your mind. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gave you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and places her hand on her shoulders. That is fucking adorable. That is so fucking adorable. I love their dynamic. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. I wanted to read everyone's poems. I can't words right. Words is not good. The English language is not that smart. Why do you think we're in Japan? We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea. Everyone? Huh?
Huh?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it!
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Huvian? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Huvian, how dare you? How dare you not join this club after meeting all of these wonderful people? How could you? And by how could you, I mean how could I? How could I do this? How could I do this to all of these wonderful people here? That is insane of me, and I should be ashamed. Sayori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, what's next? Oh, we're just doing Doki Doki Literature Club the whole stream, dude. It's not gonna go on for that much longer, but yeah, we're just gonna do this. This stream is a dedicated Doki Doki Literature Club stream. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought.
Huvian?
You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes! I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If we really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Natsuki, how does my hair smell? Does it smell good? I just started using a new shampoo.
It's fine, Monica. Just get it out of my face.
I'm sorry, that is just too funny. Welcome to the literature club.
Monica, get this shit out of my face.
Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone.
Thank you. Goodness gracious.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Huvian, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Huvian, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Technically, okay, if we were to go off of their Japanese pronunciations, it'd be Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica. It'd be Monica, not Monica, like from Friends. It'd be Monica. And I know Ika means squid, because that's a joke later in this game. But will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, I'm gonna save. I'm just gonna load up a bunch of save slots. There we are. And return. Okay, who should I go for first? Because if you write a poem for each of the three girls in a row, then you get like a special ending. But you get like special cutscenes, I should say. And I think I'm gonna start with Sayori. Because Sayori is like best friend, closest. For the time being, I'm just gonna write one poem for all three of them. One poem for all three of them, because I think they're like 3 days. And then, yeah. So, vacation, heartbeat, shiny, time, memories, pain, misery, sadness, journey. I think journey is a Sayori word. Oh, that was Yuri. So you just gotta like pick the most amount of words that you think your favorite girl will like. Romance. Romance is definitely a Sayori word, yeah. Playground, headphones, fluffy, hope, fun, grief, entropy, passion. I think passion's more of a Yuri word. I'm gonna go fun. Yeah! Skipping, chocolate, bubbles, misfortune, kitty, kawaii, disarray, nibble, unrequited, vanilla. I'm gonna go chocolate. Because I want to get like a decent mix. I want to get a decent mix of words that these girls would like. Fireworks, pink, puppy, together, uncanny. Oh? Oh. Okay, that's an achievement, I guess. Spend enough time during the poem minigame for the music to loop. That is really clever. That is really clever. Okay. Portrait seems like a Yuri word. Yeah. Analysis, sunny, after image, fickle, raindrops. Okay. Go beauty. Yep. Peaceful. Disoriented. Ribbon. Alright. Peace. Oh, that's a Natsuki word? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Party, sensation, special, promise, judgment, loud, Valentine, dream, pout, sparkle. I'm gonna go dream. Yuri word. Doki Doki. Hey, this is Doki Doki Literature Club. If you don't know what Doki Doki is, it's basically like a Japanese onomatopoeia to represent the sound of a beating heart. So it's like bum 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 bum. Apparently Doki 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 Doki, something like that. Clumsy sounds like a Sayori word. Yep, Sayori is very clumsy. Depression. Okay, that's. I thought that would be a Sayori word, but the confirmation does not make me feel good. Say. Disown. Okay, and then pleasure, holiday, sunset, anime. I gotta include everyone. I hate leaving people out. Effulgent. Effulgent? Effulgent. What does that mean? I don't think I've ever heard that word before. Effulgent. Shining brightly, radiant. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good word. I'm gonna go with that one. Yep, big word, Yuri. Lust. Lust seems like a Yuri word, so desire. Oh shoot, I am getting comfort. Yes, comfort was a Sayori word. I thought it had to be a Sayori word. Hi again, Hoovian. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Hoovian. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Hoovian always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Hoovian can become good friends too.
Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
That was a horrible read. Let me go again.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today. You know?
Let me see. Window, yeah. I'm gonna move myself over just a little bit. Over to this corner, yeah. Just so I'm not blocking. I'm showing as most of the text as I possibly can. Wait, Sayori. Me?
Not really. Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Sorry about that. I was just checking the audio on my stream. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I read that so robotically, oh my goodness. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. There we are. Oh my goodness, my sinuses are acting up today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I gotta get some meds on my way out after the stream. Goodness gracious. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? That is my question, me. That is my question, me. Me, you are asking all the right questions here. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of that book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. Sayori's turned into a microwave, just... Sayori the microwave. That's your new nickname. Saw Microwave. Mike Yori. Mike Yori, that's your name. Mike Yori Wave. Mike Yori Wave. Yes, you are Mike Yori Wave now.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know?
Yeah.
And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to... And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
Huh. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason why I admire her. unlike me who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ah! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to this.
Don't say that so loud. I glance over to my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. She's staring dead into my soul, with eyes that just pierce into my heart, and her eyebrows furrowed as if she's about to shoot lasers out of her eyes.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. Yep, I can relate. People pleaser, some mild cases of depression here and there. We're just gonna skip past that.
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here.
Ah!
I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this.
My hair's just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar here. I try to wipe the stain off with my finger. Wipe.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that.
Hey, you meanie!
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh my goodness, I just realized that her shirt's a little bit, hold on, wait, I just noticed her shirt's a little bit too tight as well. Like, there's only one button and it's barely holding together. And Sayori's not a busty girl. Sayori's not busty. She's like pretty average size too. So it's like, that is insane.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
Eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. Baka!
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. That button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Oh yeah, there's the button near your chest, yeah.
It did when I bought it.
Oh wait, hold on. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Wait, that was way too excited.
It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud.
Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So freaking cute! Why are all these girls so cute? Like freaking ah!
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this.
I'm sorry, was that? Sorry, did it not just go off key there? Or am I just crazy? Because this game's making me crazy. Yeah. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Crazy? Okay, I'll stop.
And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Sayori, I'm gonna say it right now. You do not need a boyfriend at all. Not in the slightest. You don't need a boyfriend, you don't need a girlfriend, you don't need a partner. You need to focus on yourself before you can focus on getting a partner. And that is the hard stone cold truth, Sayori. You need to focus on making sure you're living a happy life before you should focus on getting a partner. And even then, if you're not interested in getting a partner, that is completely a-okay. Sayori, you can be an Aero Ace queen. Well, not Aero Ace. You might not be ace, but you can be an aromantic queen. That's said. Testify. Sorry, my phone died. Nah, you're good. You're good, 92.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal. Shaky, 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 shake.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so. Huh.
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Aw, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Oh, whoa, okay, that was a speedy entrance from Monica. Just fucking zoomed into the room, zoomed into our conversation, just putting her chest straight into our face, straight into both of our faces. Not even being just a little, not even having any care in the world. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems that we wrote now?
Yay! Hovian, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Ugh, my sinuses. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Monica, always being the neat freak. Everything has to be exactly where it has to be. Everything has to go exactly to plan. Everything just gotta be in its nice neat little pocket. Gotta be all nice, neat handwriting, neat room, neat diabolical scheme to get me alone. I mean, what? I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Neat handwriting, like I said. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply, as well as reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, I'm gonna read through everyone's poems, and then I think I'm gonna end the stream after that. So, let's go to Natsuki first. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. Just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
Try, but you're like 5'2", and I'm 6'2", so you'd have to jump pretty high. I'll pass.
Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
This is... Oh, hey, there's a designated continue button. Last time you just had to click out of the poem to get out of it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah. That's actually a very poignant poem. That's a very poignant poem. All we can do is just try our best, and if things don't live up to our expectations, if we don't amount to expectations, that is perfectly fine. Perfectly okay. Continue.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
But what? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff.
Yep. That's like the worst part of high school. It's that like it's all like very like sophisticated writing that they teach you, like To Kill a Mockingbird, The Great Gatsby, Catcher in the Rye. You read those books in high school, and people tend to neglect the simple stuff, the short, sweet, to the point stuff.
So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did? I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I love her little tooth. I love the little tooth. That's adorable. Little toothy, little toothy fang that she's got going on. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yeah, that's a weird thing to brag about when you're all, like, 18. Weird thing to brag about when you're all 18. Just ever so slightly. Who should I show my poem to next? I'll show mine to Sayori.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Hoovian.
Eh?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Like, I cherry picked all the words. I cherry picked my words to make sure you would like it the most. You can't say that I'm a good writer when I am specifically catering to your tastes. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. And by that I mean I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I am just catering to your specific tastes.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Hoovian poem. And that makes it extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Hoovian. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not really sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that. Oh, hold on, I just got a text. Sorry, just texting my friend.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right?
Did I read through everything? Oh yeah. Ugh, that's bright. Alright, I'll hold you to that then. Alright.
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Sayori's might be my favorite of like the variations of this theme. Like the flutes. I think that's an oboe. Oh, I love this music. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh, Sayori. Sayori, you fucking goofball, you. Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Ah, they're so cute. Why are they so cute? Ah. They're so cute. Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? Ooh. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yuri is traumatized. Oh my goodness. I feel so bad for her. Like, Yuri, you're fine. You're okay. It's okay. Just like, come here. Give me a big hug, Yuri. Give me a big hug. You're perfectly okay. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Typically, having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable... Sorry, I cannot speak today. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their writing style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Okay, that is autism. I'm just gonna say right now, that is 100% autism. And before anyone bashes at me, I am autistic, so like that is completely autism. Once you get into like a flow and a rhythm about like a hyperfixation, then it's easy to talk about it a lot. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might just take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. My apologies. My apologies. Yeah. My apologies. That's a nervous tick. I don't know why I've started going British, but yeah, let's stick with this. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yeah, sorry. Sinuses. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Yeah. Okay, what instruments are these? There's cello. I think this is mainly like strings, like plucking violins, a bowing cello, and a harp, and a flute. Yeah, it's very string focused, especially that harp playing the melody. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Dang. Oh, I forget how deep Yuri's poems are. That's insane. The poetry writing in this is amazing, by the way. I was gonna say, all these poems are genuinely expertly written. And this is like electric guitar and I think clarinet. Yeah, that sounds like a clarinet. And then like a glockenspiel. And then some lower strings in the background. Oh, hold on. Okay, Yuri's just in awe. Oh. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Hold on. Oh, I see. Yuri said, I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. I'm just big dumb and I forget what people say, so the handwriting was... But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Hoovian. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn. Blech. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? Just Monica. Just Monica is left over. Just Monica. Just Monica. Hi, Hoovian. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring these things up, okay? That is a very uncomfortable position to put your arm in, honest. That is very uncomfortable to put your arm in. Unless it's like... That is like pretty uncomfortable position to put your arm. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Hoovian. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Like, you sure you're not over-analyzing everything with that big old brain of yours there, Monica? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayuri's writing has a gentle kind of feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? It's almost as if she's a depressed motherfucker, and you should pick up on the signs before it's too late. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. It's not like that's an entire game mechanic. Wait, this is a game? What do you mean this is a game? I didn't say it was a game. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, it's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't seem like I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. And Monica's is just strictly a piano. Oh, I just love like analyzing music and like knowing instruments, like what sort of like tendencies, like what's the word I'm looking for? What sort of like what do you pick up from different instruments? What kind of personalities these instruments take hold? Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Oh, that's deep. Oh, damn. Well, so many talented writers behind this game. Like, it's insane. I think it's just Dan Salvato, maybe. Was it just Dan Salvato, or I don't know. But what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. Oh, goodness gracious. My apologies. Very nervous burps. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Oh my goodness, my apologies. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That is some dang good advice there. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? I'm so mad I'm stumbling over my words. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Hoovian did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Hoovian liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Hoovian appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew size bigger as soon as Hoovian started showing up.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you!
I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Hoovian! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Hoovian.
Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only necessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Hoovian?
Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's like a circus in here. The music is very circus-like. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to have to be... Okay. I agree with both of them. Both of these writing styles have their pros and they have their cons. But, like, it's not something to argue about. Art is subjective. Help me, Sayori. Natsuki. Oh, shoot. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Hoovian? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop!
Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Amen. Amen. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, my throat's kinda getting to me. My voice is starting to like strain a little bit, so I'm gonna stop doing the voices for the time being. So apologies, but yeah. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monika. Okay. So this is why Sayori is vice president. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. And that's definitely my own thoughts and my own feelings, and not someone telling me how to feel. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Huvian, how about you? I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Huvian, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say that I'm enjoying it either. Wait. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Wow, that was a fuck up. No, Sayori, I can't say I'm enjoying it because I can't say I'm enjoying spending time with you, even though we haven't spent time together in a long time. And like, you're just honestly kind of get on my nerves a little bit. But yeah, no, Sayori, fuck off. I'm just kidding. Sayori's best girl. Sayori is best girl. Sayori? About what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, Yuri finally has someone shorter that... Hold on. I had a joke. I lost it. I had a joke here and I lost it. You're about the height between... Okay, no, I had a height joke, but I'm just gonna move past before I make a bigger fool of myself. Phew. You know, Huvian, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but why can't I just be in a cute little harem with all these beautiful people? Why can't the harem life be the best life, you know? Why can't I don't have to choose anyone. I can just choose all of them, you know? A polyamorous harem. Yeah, how's that? How's that? Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Yeah, no. Like, who says you can't date everyone in your friend group? Who said you can't date everyone in your friend group? As long as they're comfortable with it, then who says you can't? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Pat, pat. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this! Alright, it's poem number 2. However, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. No, not that one. Yes, alright. Write that one. Overwrite that one. Overwrite that one. So, I think this would be a good time to, yeah, it's a good time to end the stream here. So, I just want to thank everyone for coming out, having a good time, supporting the stream and whatnot, and I will see you guys next time. I'll see you guys on Saturday for the next stream. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good one.